get into this. Yeah. My question. All right, chat, y'all ready? On kick with it now. All right, dope. All right, let's get right. All right, so Jace, what's good, my boy? How you been?
What's down? I've been good. I've been good.
How's 2023 been treating you so far?
Amazing. No propaganda, no nothing. Just straight chilling.
I like to hear that, my boy. So let's talk. Let's right off the jump. I want to get into the remaking of yourself. Like, what inspired that, and how's that journey been going on so far?
This journey been going good. It's smooth. I mean, there's a lot of downsides, a lot of withdrawal symptoms, et cetera, et cetera. But what inspired me to do it, honestly, is taking a step back from the underground. My body is so it's so driven to put something in my system, whether it be weed or alcohol, just due to the internet stress. And since I removed that from my life, I kind of figured there's no need for me to still be putting a lot of shit in my body because I have nothing to stress over. You feel me?
That's a fact. So yeah, so that's what inspired the sobriety, because we were just talking about you quitting weed and alcohol and everything.
Yeah.
So would
This
you
is
so would
not
you
weed, chat. This is a cigarette.
talk about the kind of cigarette that it is and what inspired you to choose those? You said those are British cigarettes, right?
Yeah. So my homie Eth flew out, and I was smoking American cigarettes. I was smoking Marlboros for a while, and I told myself I'm gonna try to stop smoking cigs, so I forced myself to stop buying American cigs, and I'm starting to smoke these, which is like, natural tobacco, even though, it still has its, um, cons, like you could still have health, problems with it,
Yeah.
or chances of having health problems, I should say. It's way less additives than American cigarettes. America, they throw fucking hella chemicals, hella additives in their cigarettes. So yeah.
All right.
I can feel my body detoxing all of that shit.
Talk about, because addiction is hard as hell. So when you say you force yourself, what are some of the ways that you coped? You know what I mean? And like, what are some of the things that helped you like actually stick to like not going back to weed and drinking and shit like that?
Yeah. Uh Before I quit the weed, like for good, I was already starting to feel I was smoking. I had a lot, like I had like a QP or something. I was smoking it for a while. And as I got to the end of it, I guess I smoked so much of it, like it started giving me bad anxiety. Like, and I was like, fuck buying more, fuck buying a different strain. I'ma just quit this shit. Like, and then also my anxiety medicine, honestly, but also waking up in the morning after a night of smoking and feeling kind of sluggish and, still feeling some of the effects from weed. I wanted, I'm aiming to try and wake up and feel normal, fresh, rejuvenated, shit like that. Cause I haven't felt like that for years. You feel me? I was smoking weed every single day, not a day I wouldn't, for years and years, like probably 2 years, 3 years, on a everyday basis type shit.
Okay. So let's get a little bit into your Muslim journey. What inspired that? And, how's that going along for you?
Yeah, 88 brought it to me. He's the one who opened my eyes to Islam. And honestly, I don't want to offend nobody in chat. I'm not gonna say nothing offensive, but or spark a debate, but I just feel like it's, the truth. I feel like it's more, you know, um, people practice it more, practice it harder. You got a lot of scandals out there where churches are scamming people, money laundering, sex trafficking, priests are molesting children, shit like that. You can't really find that in Islam, and Islam is straight to the point. When you read the Quran, it's straight to the point. There's not, when you go to the mosque, it's not them telling stories or, in my opinion, you feel me? I can't go to church as somebody who struggles day to day. Even before this success, when I was broke and lived in a shitty house, I couldn't go to church and listen to, rich men talk to me and say it was a message from God. I feel like if I wanted to go get my message from God, it would come from God himself. And, I always, I was born Christian. I had a lot of questions always growing up. I always questioned a lot of things. And, you know, Jesus was human. Muslims, we believe in Jesus as well. We just don't pray to him because, you know, he was a human. He in the Bible, he got down and prayed the same way Muslims do. He got down, he prostrated, put his head to the ground, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, it all just, you know, came around that. And once I reverted to Islam, it was pretty it's been pretty smooth. Like, you know, I'm more content in life. I've been happier, you know, leaving certain things alone for the sake of God. You feel me? Um, Islam is just I like practice. I love practicing it. Uh, you know, a lot of things, honestly, like, you know, and it's reverted. And when you speak in those terms, it's reverted, not converted, because Muslim isn't the name of a religion. You know, Christian is a word, is a name, you know, but Muslim just means, you know, you are one with God. You feel me? And we were all born one with God. You feel me? So if you take it out of religious terms, like being born Muslim, you feel me? When I say people are born Muslim, and when all Muslims say you're born Muslim, they're not saying you're born, you know, Muslim, like Muslim, the religion, Islam, like they're saying you're born one with God, you feel me? And your journey is to, you know, as you grow up and you're born, you're going to be, you know, led off astray. You're going to sin here and there. And it's everybody's job to, you know, find their way back. You feel me?
Okay. Hey, I got a hold of that. Anybody that's, you know, looking to be inspired on becoming Muslim or whatever. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about the success of Reverence before we get into Celestial, because Reverence was something that was, you know, that happened in 2023. Talk about your journey from that point on.
Um, it was really a turning point in my life. Reverence was a big turning point in my life. As far as, you know, that was my first album ever, like official album. Everything else before that was an EP. So that's like the story behind Reverence, you know, just coming with, you know, something studio quality, diverse, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as dropping it, and ever since then, it's been a big turning point in my life. Reverence wasn't to convey that message, but that's just what so happened to happen after dropping it, for real.
Honestly, in my opinion, I strongly believe that and this isn't even on no bias shit. Look on the internet, look on Twitter, look everywhere. I've been saying so far, Reverence is honestly one of the top projects to come out of. Would you consider that like an underground project or no?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Yeah, because I don't want to like disrespect you by saying that, but like I definitely do believe Reverence was one of the top projects to come out in 2023 out of the underground, especially since it was a lengthy project with a lot of songs, but it wasn't a drag. You know, it was versatile. Like it was a listenable project. I'm still playing the majority of the songs today. A couple hits came out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Most
So
definitely.
I definitely rock with that. So how did it feel? You know, Reverence came out. 2023 is going smooth. People are leaving you alone. There's no propaganda. You might want to turn your speaker down a little bit too.
Bet.
Um, but 2023 is going smooth. Everything's going smooth. And then boom, Lil Uzi Vert shouts you out. Talk about that day, how what it was like. You know what I mean? When you're on, because I was on Twitter, and at first I heard the snippet, and I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about the song, but that's just off some first listen shit. David hits me up and he's like, yo, he said two different things like Jace. I'm like, huh? I go back to it and I'm like, yo, this man just shouted out Jace. So we want to know how Jace felt at that very moment when that snippet hit the internet.
It was pretty fire. It was, you know, I felt good about it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I still listen to it today. But you know, I was on my, you know, Muslim journey already by that time. So, you know, my eyes were kind of open as to boom, like when people were checking in on me when after that happened, you know, a lot of people were checking in on me and asking me how I felt. You know, since I was already on my Muslim journey, I already felt like it shouldn't take that for people to check in on me, and it also shouldn't take that for me to have a good day. I was already waking up in the morning with, and you know, in the same house with my kids, my family. So I feel like that should have drove me to have a good day regardless. You feel me? But I did, you know, definitely like it. I was hella surprised that, you know, he knew of me and, you know, knew the whole concept behind my two names, et cetera, et cetera. It felt good, but it didn't change the way I acted. You feel me? You know, most artists capitalized off of it or milked it, shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, and that was that, honestly. I listen to the song here and there and people try to say I'm milking it. That's just me listening to the song.
It's one of the
There's a
best songs
million
on the
things I could
project.
have. Exactly. There's a million things I did to milk it, but I didn't. I was, just staying out the way, but I did listen. Still do for real.
Oh, you already know they said I was meat. I was meat riding. I got all types of comments, but I'm like, I look at it like, yo, bro, I was supporting my guy
It was
catching
a
the
lot of
W.
jealousy. It's just a lot of
Yeah, a whole
jealousy,
lot of that. A whole lot of
If the
that.
tables was turned, a lot of people that had something negative to say about it, they just didn't want to see me be acknowledged in a positive way. You feel me? The hate train is so strong on me. People don't want to see me see a limelight shed on me. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm slowly watching the narrative change.
Yeah.
Slowly. Like, because a lot of whoever they were trying to put ahead of you or above you, they have not been delivering as consistently. Like your music is too in the way. And especially like your old music, you know what I mean? Like it's still timeless. So it's like I'm slowly noticing that like people gave whoever, I don't want to drop names, gave whoever, couple people a chance to like shine and be, bigger than you and better than you. But like I don't think that it successfully happened. So a lot of people are kind of like stuck now where it's like, I've been a Jace supporter, or it's like, you know what I mean? They either got to fake parasocial to other people or
Yeah, for
push that
example, look,
agenda.
you bring up a good example of
I saw a poll on
this
Twitter.
this kid, he DM me, he said, "You a bitch ass pussy and your music ass." I liked the message and left it. Today he texts me at 7:29 p.m. He says, "Jace, I wanted to tell you I'm sorry, dog. I really listened to your music recently, and I've been going through a lot, and I see the talent, the art, the passion. Genuinely no clout shit. I'm sorry, dog." And it just be like, okay. But then even at then, it's too late because I'm taking a step back from music. You feel me? So it is what it is. I seen that poll too, though.
You seen that poll, right?
Yeah.
That shit was dancing. And I was like, with all due fucking respect, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But so let's talk about that real quick. The quitting of the music. Is the fans are blowing me up. Yo, is Jace really quitting? Is Jace really quitting? Because they're obviously not gonna get an answer out of you and from you. So are you actually officially quitting music? Is it a break? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm definitely taking a big step back. I would call it quitting. Most people would probably call it a break. I'm still incorporating music in my streams, though. I moved to streaming for real full time. Uh, you know, music already isn't permitted in Islam already as it is because it changes your mood. For example, like how I said, people expected me to be happy after Uzi said my name in a song, but it shouldn't take that to, make me happy.
Right.
There was too much negativity. I was giving, too much of my all into music and not getting the respect back, all for, one propaganda with people's favorite artist. But even at that, it's like people say I quit say that I say I quit every month, which is false. I've never said that every month.
I think you drop more EPs every month than anyone.
The times I did say that I was gonna step back from music, it was, it was issues that I don't want to speak on, but it definitely wasn't, me how I genuinely felt. I was just saying that to, get shit done in a certain area of I would say like my career and shit. I was, threatening that to, make sure I was taken care of the right way. But, as of right now, it's like, yeah, I mean it. This one is from the heart. This one is like I need a break. I need to, find myself. I need to step away from the ego. And even at that, people don't respect me. You feel me? People don't respect me. People don't, I don't dread my hair. I don't dye my hair. I don't wear jewelry. All I do is talk about taking care of my kids and family, and people want to outcast me. And even like I said, I was talking about this on my stream yesterday that I hate the way X and Rock died and the way these, underground fans act like, oh, I'm this, I would stick to a street code, whoop-de whoop, this, that, and the next thing. That means y'all condone the cowards that did that to X and Rock. You feel me? That means that y'all think y'all are ready for everything that comes in this life when there's nothing. You can be yourself and, be genuine, but instead everybody's trying to be the biggest gangster on the internet, especially in the underground. Is the last place you're going to find a real gangster. So, I just had to open my eyes to all of that. People love to see these rappers kill themselves. They love to see these rappers do shit they would never choose to do. You feel me? They love watching these rappers sit up, drink lean, pop perks, act a certain way, be egoed up. These rappers can't show you an asset. They can't show you property. They can't show you a girlfriend that loves them. They can't show you a wife, a fiance. They can't show you kids. They can't show you nothing that has to actually pertain to your life. You know, when we pass away, you know, we take none of this with us. So how are you going to spend your time on this earth? And, you know, within the underground, that's something I would have to seclude myself from because, or I mean, exclude myself from because that's just something I don't want to, you know, have no involvement in. I take a lot of shit. I take a lot of dirt for, you know, being genuine. And, you know, if I'm not welcome in the underground for being who I am and being myself, then I don't want to be in the underground. You feel me?
Yeah. So leave a message to the Top Kid community. What would you like for them to do, and how would you like for them to go about the break that you're about to take from music and the transition that you're going into with the whole streaming thing? Because it's a whole large community out there. They don't want to like you don't want them to. We don't want them to just disperse and just become a whole bunch of just, you know what I mean? We want them to stay attached to Jace. So what would you
Most
like for the
definitely.
Top Kid community to do during this time being?
Most definitely. Most I could tell them, you know, is, you know, come to the stream. Don't overlook it. Whenever I post it on my story, don't overlook it thinking nobody's tapping in. There's people in my streams all the
A
time,
lot of people.
200 plus. We be
Yeah.
chilling, gaming, talking. I still make music on stream. I have sub goals where I leak unreleased music that people have been asking for. That's how Beat Selection dropped. That's how PS2 dropped. And, you know, that's why, you know, it's more engagement. People can learn me as a person. People can, you know, get to know me and not go off the internet says about me. So, you know, honestly, I would just tell them, you know, tap into the streams. You feel me? We have fun over there. It's a big community. We, you know, hella mods. We got hella people. I just gained ownership of my supporter Discord hub today. So, you know, that's where we all be is streaming in the Discord. Honestly, I'm not. You know, a lot of rappers when they say they're quit, they're either quitting sad, they're either quitting mad, they're quitting and they're being sellouts, druggies, drug
It's
addicts,
whack.
shit like that. Yeah, exactly. So, but I'm quitting happy. You feel me? And you know, I still keep that, you know, community, you know, enclosed and grouped up on stream and you know, we have a blast on there honestly. So, that's all for real. And you know, people say, you know, hate comes with music, so you got to stand through it, et cetera, et cetera. As a population, we shouldn't normalize hate. You feel me? And
Right.
if I'm supposed to normalize waking up and, you know, seeing negative comments about me, which I could care less about, but it's the fact that my kids get involved, et cetera, because I'm not the next dreadhead with dyed hair and painted nails and rock star, all because of that, you know, it's something that I don't want to involve myself in. So, you know, my message to, you know, the whole Top Kid community is, you know, just tap into the streams. Everybody be tapped in. We be cooling over there.
I'll be a mess. I'll be a message. Also, too, I feel like I have to applaud you too, because you don't. I see a lot of rappers in the underground, especially now, the ones who are just not coming to fruition the way everybody thought, tapping in with the senseless sensations that are popping off right now. And I feel like the audience doesn't really make any sense and there's no reason for it. But I genuinely think they're tapping in on some clout shit. And I feel like you do not do that at all.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not trying to be famous. I hate, you know, the more I tell this to everybody and they're like, you make a good point. I'm trying to be Mr. Fell Off. You know, when niggas talk about Jace, I want them to say Jace fell off because you can say I fell off, you know, on social media, but you can't say my pockets fell off. You feel me? You can't say my bank account fell off. You can't say my sustainable living fell off. You can't say nothing fell off. You can just say, oh, Jace hasn't been talked about in the underground. He fell off. And, you know, that's A-OK with me. You
Right.
know, that's really what I aim to do for real.
No, bro, especially with the community you have. I remember I was telling you this before. Top Kid community. I'm a reactor, so I pay attention to a lot of communities. You know, everybody has their thing that goes crazy, but the Top Kids, extremely active,
Yeah.
super in tune. So to have a fan base like that and to get into something like streaming, it's only a matter of time before you're honestly one of those top streamers. And you know you have that personality, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I got the personality. My little brother be streaming with me. He does too. There was a little
W.
clip of him that started getting traction. Should
W.
be funny as hell. When you type in TikTok, when you type in my name on TikTok, all you see mainly now is just stream clips. You feel me? Like we be having fun over there on God. We be cracking jokes, just funny ass shit. Honestly, it's where everybody can be theyself and ego doesn't have to take a hold of nobody.
So, do you already see a difference in the music audience and the streaming audience?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Talk
Most
about that a little
definitely.
bit.
Uh, the music audience. Everybody wants to be a critic. The streaming audience. Everybody just wants to chill and talk. Honestly, everybody has an opinion in music. Streaming. Everybody just loves being there. They love engaging with me, getting to learn me, shit like that.
I feel like the Top Kid community with streaming with Jace is exactly what you guys need. Like, I feel like if you were streaming for a year, Top Kids got to know you a lot better. I genuinely think a comeback of any shape, form, fashion would go absolutely crazy. Because some people go missing for a year. They're just not on the internet, not active, living off old songs that aren't even going crazy anymore. And it just honestly comes to an end, you know? But the fact that streaming is a thing now, I think that'd be good. Would you advise rappers that realize that this is not working out for them but have a little fan base to move into streaming? Or
I think it all depends on your personality. It all depends on what you as a person. You feel me? Streaming's not gonna work out for everybody.
yeah, some people don't got that
Um,
personality.
a lot of rappers they don't read chat. I'm seeing a few rappers start to stream right now after I started, and they're not reading chat. They're not engaging. They're not doing nothing interesting. They're just sitting there cooking up on live, and I mean it's cool and all,
Fishing
but
for attention.
yeah, it's mainly just to still they're still doing it just to grow their music. You feel me? I'm not doing it to grow my music. I'm doing it to, grow a family and,
Now, yeah, you be on there playing games
enlarge.
and shit like that. Comedy night and all types of
Exactly.
stuff. Like, I be tuned in, bro. I'm
Exactly.
a subscriber. I have to. I have to like.
Exactly. I'm just trying to enlarge the Top Kid family. Top Kid isn't, being followed by the Top Kid page or being followed by me. Everybody can be a Top Kid. Everybody not only has to keep that kid in them, but Top Kid is just, the definition of doing what you want to do and not following rules and not following rules not in a bad way, but not following, everybody else's standards. You feel me? Living by your own intuition for real. You feel me? So just growing all of that is, if people are, rappers can go stream, but that has to be what they genuinely want to do, honestly.
So I know we spoke briefly about the sobriety before. Somebody in the chat to ask about sobriety. So, what are the benefits that you're seeing from the sobriety?
When I go outside, I'm starting to look around more. Uh, I'm looking at like the grass, the trees, the sky, shit like that. I have more nostalgic feelings. You get a feeling of nostalgia when you hear a certain song or you see a certain TV show or play a certain game, but I'm having those feelings of nostalgia like as I'm living my life and as I'm, waking up, driving around, looking around, shit like that. My brain hasn't felt that contempt and my brain hasn't felt, that aware in years. So it feels good to have a fresh brain and taking everything with in a more I would say like in a more your brain articulates everything better. You feel me? When I was high, I'm just eyes low, walking around, going to my destination, doing what I need to do, coming back home, chilling, eating, sleeping. A lot of sweets. I've been killing water bottle after water bottle after water bottle since I quit weed. So, exactly like I've been just,
Mandatory.
flushing my body and honestly feeling more fresh, more rejuvenated. The anxiety has went up, but that'll go away as my body adapts to getting rid of everything I've been taking for the last years.
Word.
But once all that's gone, I know I'm gonna feel like a way better person. Being able to sleep without having to be intoxicated, without having to be under the influence, being able to do a lot of things without having to be under the influence is really one of the main benefits for real.
Making me want to fucking put it on now. Oh. Okay, so let's talk about after Reverence came out, Lil Uzi Vert shout out and everything. 2023 still going good for you. What inspired you to drop 4 more projects. You came out with. Let's talk about the disco EP real quick.
Yeah.
Top Kid Show. What inspired you to just take that disco route? Which, by the way, that shit was
Um,
absolutely.
I was working on I was practicing, vocoding and like that, voice box effect. You ever seen a nigga use a voice box where they put the tube in their mouth and they start playing the piano and
I
shit?
have not.
Like,
I have
uh,
not.
yeah, I've been practicing that. So then when I finally, was behind closed doors and I finally mastered it, I just wanted to put shit together and, really show people that not only do I practice the art, but I'm in tune with the art and I understand music and how it's supposed to sound, and just showing everybody I have a wide variety of everything. So it's not like so nigga, it rules out people saying, "Oh, I didn't like this Jace drop. It was ass." Like people can't say that with how versatile I get, only because if something's not for somebody, like, "Oh, he just dropped Celestial tonight. I like mainstream Jace." They can't say Celestial's ass. They're just gonna say, "This one isn't for me. I'm waiting for him to drop rock again," or I'm waiting for the next disco, or I'm waiting for the next no auto, or ambient melodic, whatever. They feel me.
So talk about right after you dropped Disco EP, the Top Kid Show. You hit him when We Still Going too. What made you do that so soon? It was literally like a week later. You didn't waste no time. It reminded me of like last
Uh,
year when you went on that little run of like from like
yeah.
July to like August where you were just dumping EPs everywhere.
Yeah, the concept behind "We Still Going" is just it means what it says, you feel me? I'm still going, like, I won't run out of shit to say, like, one of my aliases is Top Kid CPU, which is a computer part, which processes a computer and makes it run, you feel me? Makes it run fast, you feel me? Depending on what processor you have, so I just, show everybody I'm like a robot with this shit. It's hardwired in my brain, and you can give me hella beats, you can give me hella release anything, and I'm gonna keep, going basically. So that's why I came with "We Still Going" too, and "We Still Going 3" drops January, so
Mm,
that's how that goes.
Y'all get ready for that. And then boom, Morgan. So you had the Monarch Rock series already. What inspired Morgan to come out?
I wasn't happy with Monarch Rock.
Really? Why weren't you happy with it?
Monarch was just supposed to be melodic. That's why the when you hear the melodic section of Monarch, it sounds more well put together. Um, my team had reached out to me and said they wanted to do a 3-part thing just to show everybody that, there's a wide variety of sounds I come with. So I just really honestly rushed and went in my email and grabbed a lot of rock songs rock in quotation marks. It was mainly more just poppy and, shit like that. But with Morgan, it was like I was going to my friend Tannis's, rock shows. He plays the guitar. I'm seeing the culture. I'm seeing everybody mosh, jump into the crowd, stage dive, hang off the ceiling, shit like that. And I'm like, okay, I picked up the guitar. I wanted to actually, come with something that was more authentic rock. You feel me? Something that really was rock. Morgan has grunge, alternative, indie, and pop. You feel me? That's a lot of different wide varieties, and I did it all the right way, you feel me? And that's, how Morgan came about, from the cover to the aesthetic to the song selection to the beat selection to me actually being hands-on and playing the guitar and most of the beats. That's where Morgan came from for real.
When you say grunt, do you mean songs like when you were saying like this shit could get ugly, screeching and shit like that?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Honestly, I was listening to that and I was like, damn, like I didn't even know Jace could get in this type of bag for real. That shit was the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
I didn't even
yeah.
go for. So how long did it actually take you to pick up the guitar and like actually learn how to make the rock songs? Because some of them are fully produced by just you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty mediocre with it. I'm still an amateur with it, but it takes a lot of people, years to get just pro at the guitar. But once I got good enough, I was practicing for like 5, 6, maybe 8 months before I felt confident enough to, really release something that I made myself. So it took about 8 months for me to just get the basics down and, piece something together for real and be more hands on with it, honestly.
In the future, you think we get like a live rock band EP by Jace?
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on some videos with like live band and shit. That's
Fire.
definitely in the works.
It's like when Chief Keef came with the fucking live band with the fucking drill shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah, that's hard. That's all. All right. So then after we still going to after Morgan came out, you let him have another one. What inspires you to go crazy with Curation 3? Randomly too, just boom, just drop.
Curation 3 was so the first Curation is more upbeat, it's happy. Curation 2 was sad. That was when Rock died, and Curation 3 was just
You said
I was going through a lot in life, a lot of changes, shit like that. So, Curation 3 kind of carried on that Curation 2 sound for real. The, more sad songs, the more, being authentic, letting my heart out, telling stories, shit like that.
when you say that's when Rock died, what do you mean by that?
After PNB Rock died, it
Oh,
just
PNB Rock. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. After PNB Rock died, it was I did Curation that same day and just really, was crying, making the sad songs and just, decided to throw it out there the next day. I don't even think it was that quick. I know I made the tribute song to him and I think Curation 2 came
Mhm.
the same week if I'm not mistaken.
That's around the time we did the first interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna a favorite song off those 4 EPs. What's your favorite song off the disco EP?
Favorite song of the disco EP is MUVR. That shit's about shit's just a nostalgic song. It's about a VR game because I play VR a lot. That you get off the internet and it puts you in like an old 2000s room and you can like get a PlayStation on that bitch. You can play all like the old shit. It's just hella nostalgia. Like MUVR, like the way if anybody in chat has seen the visualizer for MUVR, if y'all want to, take a second to go watch MUVR, gameplay, that's what inspired that song and it just brought back hella memories, shit like that.
Favorite song off We Still Going To?
Favorite song off We Still Going To is definitely Transformers.
Favorite song off Morgan?
Anarchy, the first one. That shit was amazing. Me and my boy Tam cooked it up. That's the one I said I was going to his concerts and shit.
Say his name
He's
again.
fire with
It
them
cut
songs.
out.
Tannis
And favorite song of Curation 3?
for Curation 3. I'd have to say either Bay or I'll Break That Phone.
Oxy Dreams is that stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro.
All right, so we got some questions here from the fans. Jace's thoughts on opiates or drugs as a crutch for problems. That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You heard me?
You said what?
Jace's thoughts on using opiates or drugs as a crutch for problems.
I don't think it benefits. I don't think it benefits nobody, honestly. It'll make you not care, but when I was on opiates heavy, I was sleeping all day. I was barely around kids. I was leaving. I would sleep for 14 plus hours, which definitely isn't healthy. And wake up, back be hurting because you already craving another Percocet, and um, it wasn't worth it. It's only temporary, and it only gets you through for the moment. It doesn't fix your problems. In order to fix your problems, you got to get up and physically fix your problems. You feel me? Drugs, relying on the drugs and shit to do that for you, definitely you're gonna lose yourself. You won't be yourself, and it just isn't sustainable. It isn't healthy neither, because the more you get hooked on the perks, when I did start perks, it was like I was taking half a day. And then it got to the point where I'd take two, or I mean one, I'd take a full one. But then it'd be like I'd start off my day, take a half, take another half, then I'd take another half by the end of the day. And then it got to the point to where I'd pop a whole perk. And then throughout the day, towards the night, I'd pop one half and then and then later on in that night I'd take another half. So I went from taking half a perk to 2 perks a day, and that shit just it wasn't good. It wasn't healthy. I lost myself doing that. More rude. I was more because one of the feelings Percocet gives you is like that you have no worry in the world, you happier, shit like that. You're in a better mood, but you're in a better mood and it just, like I said, it isn't sustainable.
All right, so does making music feel like a chore nowadays, or do you still love music?
I definitely still love music. That's why I still incorporate it in my streams. I still make sure to, make shit for the fans here and there and leak it out and do sub goals and shit. Cause I do like making music for the people that care and for the people that like real music. So I definitely still do enjoy it. I just don't enjoy what comes with it. That's why I want to change, what I'm known for. I don't want to be known for being an artist. You feel me? I want to be known for, being me, being a family man, being funny, shit like that, honestly.
Someone goes, "Are you taking the doo-wop route?" I really don't know that.
Nah, cause like I said, I won't be on Instagram. I will be on Instagram, promoting the streams and shit, but I won't be just trying to push like, oh, I'm independent. I'm gonna go this, that, and the next thing. Um, I feel like Doo-Wop's route is definitely still music oriented, and he definitely still does want to grow a fan base within music. You feel me?
All right, so a lot of people were asking this one question, and I'm assuming they ask you this all the time. They were like, "You said this before, but the video got deleted or some shit." But they were like, "What?" You said something about what's the Spotify to Apple Music stream ratio? Nobody answers because they're too dumb to understand. And they're like, "Say he gets
Spot
what?" They said, "Like, say he gets whatever.
say it gets like what?
Like, say he gets a mil on Spotify. How much would it be on Apple?"
Mm,
But a couple people were asking this question. I was like, "I really want to know this shit." All right.
I think, I feel like it's all opinionated. I also do feel like more people use Spotify instead of Apple. I wouldn't know how it converts, but I do know within my career growing up, if people are making music in chat and they want to, find the best way to start making income, I would honestly, start with DistroKid and SoundCloud for artists, I guess it's called now. When I was doing it, it was called Repost Network. And, SoundCloud is easier to get plays on. SoundCloud is real algorithm friendly. So, getting paid from SoundCloud and DistroKid is honestly your best bet. But if you wanted to start off one of them and get paid, more than the other, SoundCloud is definitely what's going to pay you more, only because those streams equate to more money opposed to SoundCloud and Spotify and Apple. But I think more people use Spotify. I just couldn't really give an answer on, how much numbers transition for real from one platform to the other.
Harumski asks, "Why did he choose that actor for the Morgan album?"
Uh, that's my homie. That's my homie. Honestly,
Oh,
I had to reach out to him because he models for a lot of designer brands. He just modeled for Prada. He's an actor as well. My nigga Cody. And I just felt like he fit the aesthetic. Bro. I just felt like I was asking him, hey yo, I feel like you fit the aesthetic for this project. Send some headshots. He sent me a headshot that was supposed to be you. I forget what it was supposed to be used for, but he got it cleared with his team, and I just felt like he fit the overall aesthetic for Morgan. When we're talking about that, now we're talking about in terms of modeling. You feel me? I feel like his whole look, aesthetic, you know, uh, the straight face, staring straight at the camera, the black outfit, just, the whole definition of art for real. So, like, honestly, that
shout out Cody. What's his full name? Cody what?
Cody Smith McPhee.
All right. So somebody goes, "How does it really feel to be known for your craft?"
Um, I mean, if you want something to boost your ego, it's definitely good. But see, me, my kids have to be homeschooled. I gotta watch where I go. Can't post certain things. You got to move accordingly. If you want to go live your life like a normal person, be ready to drop a bag on security. So I mean, it's all up to it's all up to everybody. Lil Uzi just came out and said after Love Is Rage 3, he's retiring. He wants to live normal. I mean, whether he's capping or not, you feel me? This is a realization that a lot of artists come to, or at least a handful or some of them is we strive to be normal. I mean, when I'm important flying out somewhere for a show or for a studio session, I'm just thinking, ooh, thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah,
W
that's cool.
eats.
But nah, yeah. But you know, I feel like it's a realization that, some rappers come to because when I'm at the airport flying out for a show or to a studio session or to lock in New York or LA, I look around at the people traveling and I'm like, well, damn, nobody would bat an eye or pay attention to these people. They're flying out for either business trips or vacation. But, when I'm somewhere in a mall or in an airport, I stand out from the crowd. And as much as I try to dress, bummy or comfortable or keep a hood tied up with a COVID mask, still get noticed, and it's just like it it's definitely an ego boost for people that want an ego boost, but if you want to live normal, it's definitely not the way to go for real.
I remember there's a lot of people don't even know the vlogs that we shot. There's so much good that we had to take out due to the positioning of the camera. No, so I
Exactly.
was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
it was so much. I'm just like, damn, bro. If only you guys really got a taste of how hilarious the clips actually are from W Shot. I'll send you those so you can put those out on like a Patreon or some whatever or whatever you want to do. I don't fucking know.
That would
He
be
feels free,
fire on
whatever.
God.
Word.
It's a good idea.
Nah, word. But so boom. What else do they got here? What's it like working with 99?
99 is fire, bro. It's no beat he sends me that I can't rap on. Like his shit is so simple and just leaves a lot of room for the artist to rap on. Like, man, I can turn his beats into fire music concepts. Like some of the shit that's finna come out and We Still Going 3 is insane. And even We Still Going 2, like Transformers, shit like that. It's just fire, bro. Like it really sets a vibe, bro. And I think, you know, the underground is really blessed to have him, in the community. I'm really glad that him and Duop um cultivated a dynamic duo type image to really just, send his name out there and have him as a well anticipated producer. People love 99 Beats and just I think he's really talented, honestly. Without doing too much, he just makes fire shit.
They on some like honestly, that's on some like you and Cullen shit.
Exactly.
You and Cullen right now, like the modern day, like doo wop.
Facts.
So, in my opinion, though, in my opinion, but
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
what else do we got here? How does Jace fit? Oh, we did that already. All right, so Jace's top 3 favorite J songs.
Mm, it varies. It varies. Right now, it's PS2 is my top one. Um, I just made one that's unreleased right now on stream yesterday, or when Evasion was here. It's called ELA Done Growed. That's my second. My third, honestly, would have to be, I would say, either Two or Prosper.
So they said talk about the ups and downs of just like just talk about like I don't even know how they want. They said you got to talk about the ups and the downs of your career.
Yeah, the ups and the downs, honestly, like I said, not being able to, the ups are, getting to travel, meet new people, have fun, do everything a boy wants to do, have everything a boy wants.
Right.
But the downsides, honestly, are, how I said, you can't live normal. You got to watch where you're going. You got to watch what you post. You can't have your kids everywhere. You can't send your kids to public school if you want to be smart. It's definitely, to each in its own. I think another one of the cons is, always being picked at every other week or every month by another artist that wants to start beef for recognition. And the moment I respond, since I'm more on a pedestal, and people want to hold me more to a certain standard because of who I am or how many people like me. I don't like, feeling the need to respond to beef. And then when I do, the moment I do, people say I'm starting beef or people call me a clout chaser, etc. So, the ups are, just being able to have certain things that, a nigga always wanted, but the downs are, always being, name run, you know, move like a spy for real. And you gotta just, people nitpicking, wanting to start beef, shit like that. Those are really all the cons, honestly. Everybody, trying to hack me or do this, that, or the next thing, or I can't even use credit now because of my career because, people trying to scam in my name because, the first step to starting to scam is you need somebody's credentials, and my shit is a Google search away. You feel me? My date of birth, my first and last name. So it's just like a lot of that shit is a downside to it for real.
Damn. For all you people out there that want clout so goddamn bad, now you guys see what comes with it. Ask, can he talk about advice to up and coming artists? Anybody who wants to be the next Jace. And I remember a while ago you told me you were like, a lot of people use your presets and sound and stuff like that, and I didn't really understand what you meant by that until I started doing like shit ton of music reviews, and then it's like 5 seconds later you're like, this motherfucker sounds exactly like Jace.
Yeah. I know what my preset sounds
It's
like, and
crazy. Like you can just catch
there's
it
a few,
instantly. There's a few couple up and coming artists too. Like
that
I
use
just
it,
reacted
and
to a
there's
project. Somebody was going crazy with your project. Like,
and there's a few artists that are already, established that use it. Baby Santana uses it, so that's,
that's
there's
tough.
a lot of people that use my preset. I would say, people ask for advice in the music. A lot of them. One thing I also said in that interview is a lot of people are in the music for the money, and I never did it for the money. I always dropped as consistent as I did. I always made music. I posted it on SoundCloud. I just enjoyed, the concept of making music. I enjoyed getting my 10 plays on SoundCloud to 15, from 15 to 30, from 30, and so on and so forth. You feel me? The most I can do, and the only advice I could really give is how to make your own sound. And the route I took with making my own sound is a lot of people make music and they love posting it and showing their friends because they sound like another artist. But see, where I found out how to make my own sound and really just mastered the blueprint is make the shit that you're embarrassed to show people and practice the shit that you're embarrassed to show people. And from then on out, you will actually establish your own sound. You feel me? A lot of, the way my sound is right now, when I tried to practice the shit back then, I was too embarrassed to show anybody because I was stepping out of my comfort zone. But it's what I genuinely wanted to do and how I sound. You feel me?
Yo, honestly, I hear that because you play Fuck Jace or Fuck Jace Part 4, a nigga
Yeah.
gets to screaming. Yo, man, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You can only imagine, making that in your room and being like, damn, our nigga's gonna take that. Me just like screaming, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you obviously, doing that way before, but like, you can only imagine somebody else thinking to do something like that. They'd probably be like, oh, nah, this is too vulnerable. I don't want to put that out type shit. That shit go crazy,
Definitely
bro.
gotta
That's
step.
honestly like one of
Yeah.
the best parts of the song. Like,
Nah, yeah, definitely gotta step out your comfort zone. Facts, cause that shit'll make you who you are.
hell yeah. So the internet talk about Jace and Dev Stacks, and I saw you was like, yo, you hit him up recently. And was like, yo, we need another EP, or y'all want to make a EP. So
He
is
had
that
reached
is
out to
that
me. It surprised me. We on the
word,
way.
word, 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 word.
I ain't even expect it. So I'm like, fuck it, bro. Let's get to it. I still gotta lock in. It's some shit. We gotta. He waiting on me to, kick it off. So we getting this shit going crazy. That shit finna be crazy. And the vibes coming back. I know niggas miss me and Dev Stacks. I seen a lot of niggas asking for another Final Fantasy. So it looks like we getting another version of, it won't be called Final Fantasy, but we getting,
Uh,
those sounds, those vibes back for real.
they were blowing me up about that. Brother, blowing my shit up. Yo, tell him drop another
Yeah.
fan. I'm like, he did the finale, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's really
I
about.
mean, a fan gave me a good idea because I thought that, since I did the finale, it would be, over with. But what I could do and what's possibly going to happen in the future is the prelude. You feel me? So there's still one last installment of Final Fantasy that can come out. You feel me? Which is the prelude. So I think that's definitely gonna happen soon. You feel me?
Hear that, chat? So if you want to get a hold of Jace, drop good ideas. Don't be in there saying weird shit. You ain't gonna get nowhere. All right, so
Thanks.
Simple Ant from Kick wants to know: does he think of himself as a leader of the youth?
Um, I want to. I think of myself as a leader of the coherent youth. You feel me? Like I said, I definitely am not the person to lead the people who love druggies. I'm definitely not the person to lead people who love to sound like a gangster. I'm definitely not the one to lead people that want to be thug or rock star or the next opium. But I definitely am the leader of, people who want to be content in life, have a family, have their values, et cetera, et cetera. My baby mother just brought plate. She's in there cooking, she cleans, I work, I make sure I take care of the house. I provide, I get the bills paid, I keep, diverse ranges of income, you feel me? So that's, I'm real set on, morals and just, how life is supposed to be, honestly. So I would say I'm not a leader of the youth, but I'm definitely a leader of, the coherent youth who, wants to actually remain human and remain people and not egotistical.
W. W. Why do you think the underground is dying? If you
Mm,
believe that it's dying.
I believe it's dying.
Ooh.
Everybody wants to everybody wants to be the next person. It's a lot of music that doesn't hold no meaning that's blowing up right now. You
Oh my
know,
God.
one thing
Yeah.
that I put around, like I made sure, like I swore up and down, any song I drop is gonna have a meaning, is gonna have a story, or if it doesn't have a story or a meaning, it's definitely gonna hold a lot of the characteristics and principles that you learn in English class. You feel me? So like double entendres, alliteration, a rhyming, a b rhyming, a b rhyming, shit like that, a b b rhyming, shit like that. So, uh, I feel like people that are really focused on the art is definitely gone, and I really, I still look behind closed doors. There's a lot of up and coming people that, I watch a lot of underground pages. I watch a lot of, I be scrolling through TikTok. Like I see little niggas that be getting traction and shit, and I check y'all out most definitely. But I definitely do feel like there's nobody who really cares about the art anymore. Everybody's just caring about what's catchy and what can get them money, which is also a double negative, because when you're doing that, which is for the wrong reason, your song isn't trending for so long, you feel me? So you got to already be on to the next thing, on to the next sound, shit like that. So that's just um that's just how I feel about it. I do feel like the underground is dying, and I feel like the only way to fix it is, people to actually start coming out and be more authentic. I grew up a certain way. I grew up bad, rough. My dad was split up with my mom at an early age, sneaking out, had kids at an early age, had baby mama drama, shit like that. And I used, music to convey that. But I have yet to hear a song out the underground ever since me that actually talks about, life and struggle and
That's a
what you're
fact, though.
going through in life. And, to anybody that would pop up in a comment when this gets posted and say, well, Jace needs to hear my music because I talk about a lot. Well, obviously, you don't convey that message clear enough. You feel me? Because it would be, it would definitely appeal to the mass. But if it's not appealing to the mass, or it's not under my radar, then you're definitely, not having a real passion for music, for real.
What else they got? They just put that real emotion. Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of songs, let's talk about Tell Cheyenne and that collab
Yeah,
between you and DC the Don. How'd that come about?
yeah, he hit me up. He hit me up. It was unexpected, and we got to it. You know, we got to it, especially after a hate train being pushed on me. I definitely have hella respect for that boy. He's definitely a real nigga, and I hope he prospers in this music shit, and I hope he's the next big Drake. Honestly, anybody that fucks with me after a hate train has been ran on me, you know, whoa, pause. After the hate train has been put on me,
It's about
then
to
I
go
would say
crazy.
I definitely have a lot of respect. So like Uzi, I have a lot of respect for Uzi. I have a lot of respect. I see. Don't
They
laugh at
go,
chat. Nah,
they
y'all gonna
about to
clip that,
go
bro. Fuck
crazy.
off. I'm already seeing the
They
TikTok
about to
coming.
go crazy.
But nah, yeah, I definitely hope he's I definitely hope he prospers. Same thing with Uzi. You know, RX Poppy just reached out to me. I hope he prospers. You know,
Ooh,
any
that'd be
artist
a
that's reaching
wild,
out to me.
crazy W collab, bro. No cap.
Yeah.
No cap. Y'all
Yes.
rapping on some no auto shit. It's up.
Yeah.
It's up. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
So,
W.
you know, I
So,
just most blessings to everybody that, you know, has fucked with me, you know, after it's been a trend to hate me for real.
Doski. So talk about the show in Dallas and the recipient, how it felt actually coming back outside and performing again.
I always told myself I wasn't gonna go out there no more because I stay far, far, far away.
I was
But I
dead
had that.
surprised.
You said what?
I was surprised. I was like, this nigga is really out there like that. Like, I bet.
Yeah, I had a fear of missing out. That's what honestly drove me to go. You know, it may
Hometown
be
shit.
hard for me to make the New York one. I'm trying. I may make the New York
Yo,
one. I'm
bro.
trying Ohio, but you know, while they were already there, you know, within Texas, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make that trip. I'm gonna go see the fans. Definitely don't want to leave them hanging, you know, or you know, shit like that. So it was definitely a surprise to everybody, and it was fun. It was lit. I haven't performed in a while. It was like almost a year since I had performed when I did that, so it was definitely fun.
Super tough, man. Hopefully we get that Jace and NYC performance, man. You know I'm in the building. That's that. So, Jace, what inspired you to become so versatile and not stay in the same category?
Shit, it all started from when I was a kid. I heard my dad in the back of the living room listening to rap, you know, riding around with my mama doing errands. I heard her singing music, shit that had a piano ballad or rock. And you know, I'm black and Italian, so I got, you know, taste in music that the average black nigga would have. I got taste in music that the average white nigga. Yeah, I was open up to a lot of that shit growing up, so I fucked with it all. I fuck with all of it. That's why I really have an easy time grasping a hold of, you know, how the music is supposed to sound when I switch genres and, you know, the sounds I've always wanted to play shit like that. So that's how it be going on that aspect for real.
Shizza 4L, and that was for Baby Dog that asked that. Shizza 4L asks, what's his favorite project he ever released?
Mhm. The Curation and the Final Fantasy series. Those are my favorites.
Okay. If
But
Jace, go
Morgan
ahead.
is up there top 3 now.
Okay. If Jace could go back in time and never make music again or be famous again, would he do it and why? That's Olympa on Kick.
I definitely would. I tell a lot of people that everything y'all see around me, you know, the nice crib, the electronics, the cars, the clothes. I wish I would have made that money in a more righteous way, only for the simple fact of how I said I strive to be normal again, to where I can move around and nobody bats an eye towards me. You feel me? So I do, you know, if I could go back in time and do it, I definitely keep it for a fun thing to just get shit off my chest. I wouldn't have, you know, taken it seriously as I, you know, did in this life, shit like that.
Okay. So Celestial drops in 8 minutes.
Fire.
So we're gonna get into some Celestial questions. What inspired the Celestial series?
Mm. My boy Cullen, his production,
Helen.
his production. I was working with a producer named Boost, and Boost kind of took a step back from making beats, and that's where that celestial sound. Like if you go type in my name on SoundCloud and type in Prod Boost, you'll hear a lot of that celestial sound. And so when I finally met Cullen, you know, I was going through a lot. People were trying to cancel me. I was going through my email, and Cullen had, "Hey, keep your head up, bro. Hope all is well."
Wait, so it
And you
cut
know,
out after you went to your email.
so like I went to my email, and I was going through a lot of propaganda. That's when everybody was trying to cancel me, you know.
Mhm.
I have noise cancellation on. I already have echo cancellation, so I'm gonna turn noise cancellation off.
Right.
Um, so when I went to my email, no after everybody was trying to cancel me, no producers were sending me beats anymore, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like behind the reason of everybody trying to cancel me, like producers are the last niggas to try and act gangster.
That's a
You feel me?
fact.
Like I did shit in y'all's life.
That's a
You know,
fact.
we wanted to talk about doing things in life, which definitely isn't a bragging matter, but I've done ran in homes. I've done had, history with the juvenile system. I've done, you know, I've I've been robbed once by my cousin's cousin. I was 15. He was like 26.
Goddamn.
I was robbed at gunpoint. I died and been brought back to life before I overdosed. I've been shot at multiple times on multiple occasions. I've been in big block fights, big brawls, shit like that. So producers are the last people to try to act like a fucking thug. So then when I went through my email and Cullen sent me that email saying, I hope all is well, bro. Keep your head up. I said, I don't give a fuck if I don't like any of these beats. He's getting that placement right now. And
Oh,
when I listened to his production, I was like, oh my God, this nigga is crazy with it. He just opened back up that old Jace for real. So, Celestial, what inspires me dropping these Celestial projects and, Celestial too is the fact that I really enjoy working with Cullen. He's a kind-hearted person. He's nice. He's respectful. He's funny. And, he obviously and honestly, deserves, the utmost success, honestly, because, he wasn't egoed up. He wasn't trying to be somebody he wasn't. He wanted to work with me, and that was just genuine from the heart. So, I make sure to, outside of Celestial too, I enjoy making it, and I love every song on there, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing something with Cullen that gives him an opportunity to prosper in life. The next drop could have been anything, but I wanted it to benefit Cullen. You feel me? And that's really what I aim to do. Is Cullen's my brother. I love him to death. So that's what inspired all the Celestial drops for real.
that's such a W because I remember when I interviewed Cullen when I first met Cullen when we was in New York and shit when we all linked up. I think that's what your first time meeting Cullen too, right?
Nah, I'd met Cullen before.
Oh, word.
I
So
think so.
I think it was
No,
in
did I meet him for the
person.
first time in New York?
I think it was in person. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I always try and think of the first time I met him. Yeah, I think it was. I think it may have been in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was talking about how he was making beats for Lucky, and then he said he was emailing you. So it's funny how now we got the other side of that story of those emails and everything. That's crazy. Full circle
Mm-hmm.
moment right here.
Facts.
Full circle moment right here. So talk about the process of Celestial. There's some people don't know, like, you were making part of Celestial while we were doing those vlogs with Reverence and all that stuff in New York. So talk about how long it took you to make it and all that.
Celestial is it's just a message to the underground. I'm not like a message to the underground, but like music for the underground. I do a lot of Reverence was more studio quality, more mainstreamish, the Top Kids show, the rock shit. Celestial is like, damn, Jace has been on this mainstream run. He's been on this clean cut studio sounding type music. When are we gonna get that muddy mumble Jace back?
Right.
The vibes, the cloud rap, the Sosa influence shit, all that type of shit. And that's what Celestial is for, honestly.
Um, what inspires you to? I don't know, did we do that? What inspires you to create a series of projects?
I look at series of projects like books
Mm.
or like when you look at like the covers of Final Fantasy and you
Mm-hmm.
look at the covers of Celestial and you look at the covers of Curation, it tells a story. You feel me? This isn't just music. This isn't just I don't want to say this nigga's name, but he's going on his fourth part of this. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. He's going on his fourth part of this series and hasn't dropped nothing different in between. You feel me? And it's like you have a chapter 1, a chapter 2, a chapter 3, a chapter 4. Can we switch it up? You feel me? Like I look at these, I really look at the art of it. I'm not going on just boom, 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 boom. Every project is Celestial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like this tells a story, this series tells a story, this series tells a story. That's, you know, that's what inspires me to do series, and, you know, just look at it like books. I look at it like art, you feel me? That's just how it be. Y'all funny, chat chill. Honest opinion though, honest opinion. I'm a streamer. That I'm not a rapper, so.
Are we gonna get any Jace reactions in the future? Jace reacts to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yo, you should react to these underground niggas and absolutely cook, bro. No cap. You would be, yo, bro. You'd be viral. You know YouTube paying for them reactions, bro. The revenue shares hitting. Revenue shares hitting, dog.
It's definitely on the way.
Nah, that's gonna be immaculate. No cap. All right, so W interview. We about to get into this reaction now.